By Charlotte Church, everybody!
Hello.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm really well.
Well, we were just talking off air about how we get up in the morning, but you've got quite a nice... Because we have to get up at like 4 o'clock every morning.
That's disgusting.
Every single day we just want to die when the alarm goes off.
A little bit, I can imagine.
But you've got a rather unique way of being woken up.
Well, yeah, my two kids come into my bedroom to wake me up probably about 6 in the morning. But Dexter is a bit of a headbutter, my youngest, my little boy. And so, yeah, generally I'm woken up by a big headbutt to the face. Yeah, at around 6:30.
Is he learning that maybe this isn't the way to...
Well, he's only 21 months, see?
I think we say 21 then.
No.
That would have been incredible.
No, he's only, yeah, that would have been really, really rude, actually.
Yes, it would, sorry, carry on.
Yeah. But yeah, 21 months, and so, no, but he's not really learned yet. That's just kind of, he just throws himself about. Yeah.
Thank you for coming in today.
You're welcome.
You are, for me, one of the most interesting people we've interviewed since we've been here in Birmingham.
Oh, bless you.
Well, there's so much to talk to you about.
He's such a smoothie, isn't he?
Yeah,
so,
I know.
Wait, if you want
That was-
smooth,
that was
first of
nice,
all,
that was
your name is Charlotte Church.
I know what you're going to say. Are you Italian?
Yeah.
Carlotta Chiesa?
Well,
Is that my name?
He can't
No,
speak any
no,
Italian,
no.
that's the best thing.
I speak a little bit. What I was going to say is my surname is Casadei, and Casadei, the literal translation is House of God
Yes.
or a church.
Wow.
So, you know.
We have the same...
Now, I was saying that to someone out in the office, and they said, "Is that your chat-up line? Would that work as a chat-up line?"
For me?
Yeah.
Not a chance.
Well, it wasn't a chat-up line, so don't worry.
Thank Craigie Moses for that.
There is so much to talk about with you, because
Yeah.
you are all over the papers.
Yeah.
So, you've been away for a long time, in terms of, this is like 5 years since your last album.
Yes.
So, we can either talk, if you do you mind if we talk a little bit about the personal stuff?
You can talk a little bit about it.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about the music.
Okay, amazing.
I feel massively uncomfortable now.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah,
Well,
You shouldn't, love. It's fine.
Is it
honestly.
fine, honestly?
Yeah.
It's
It's alright, love.
I've heard what Dexter can do, I'm scared what Mummy can do.
Well, mummy's rough. Mummy's tough. Rough and tumble.
So here we go.
Okay.
First of all, you obviously... How is life at the moment for you? Are you happy?
Yeah, life is great, apart from all of the press stuff, which does my absolute box in, because none of it's true.
Do you get bored picking up the paper and going, oh, not again?
I don't pick up the paper because I would never support them.
Really? So
Yeah.
that's how it is for you?
I'd never read it because it's just, it's just untrue. Like 80%. Back in the day, like say about 6 or 7 years ago, then they would, a story would come from somewhere and you think, oh, where's that come from, this, that and the other, trying to damage limitation or whatever. But nowadays, it is like literally 80% of it is just absolute doo-doo.
How do they get away with that?
Because there aren't very strong laws put in place,
Right.
first of all, and second of all, you don't want to go around suing half of Fleet Street because I'd be suing like 5 publications a week.
Right, okay, yeah.
What's the best bit of bull that you've read about yourself or heard about yourself recently?
So much. So much. I can't even think of one thing, because just like all of it just, it's just like, really? Come on now. Do a bit of research now.
Leave me alone. But Charlotte Church, you must sell papers, that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and that's the problem I'm finding as well with trying to get my music across, because that's what I do, that's what I've always done, like I'm a singer, and I do music, and so, like, people are really interested in kind of reading about me and about my life, and so I'm trying to kind of bring that together with the music, which I have, because, I co-wrote almost every song on the album, and so it's all completely me, it's all completely about my life and my experiences. So really, if anybody wants to really know, then they should listen to me singing about it, really.
Well, I say, it's pretty autobiographical.
Yes.
Back to scratch. Do we read anything into that, or...?
Well, I suppose. I mean, it can mean lots of different things. It could be musically, I'm going back to scratch again. It could mean in my life, in relationships, whatever. There's many different reasons. There's many different explanations, so people can take it as they will. But generally, the way I like to think about music is that I've written what I feel and I've put it out there. And rather than people think that of me, then the way I listen to music is I kind of, if there's a song that really speaks to me, it's because it's something like that I'm going through in my own life and feelings that I have felt as well. So I kind of like people to bring it to themselves and hopefully see some kind of, I don't know, feel some kind of empathy or, for their own situation, what I'm saying, what I'm singing about.
I'm going to go slightly back from the music just for a moment.
Okay.
You're going to hate me, I know.
A little bit.
You're looking at me like you're going to kill me.
It's alright. Go on.
How do you explain to your kids what's happened in the last year or so? Because a lot of our audience have been through the same thing.
Yes. Well, basically, they're really young. Like, Ruby's just turned 3, Dexter's 21 months. So, I mean, as long as they've got a constant supply of food and Peppa Pig.
I love Peppa Pigs! I love them.
No, not those
The little
ones.
pink sweets.
No, Peppa Pig. It's
It's
a
a
TV show.
Yeah.
I haven't got any kids.
No, yeah,
I
Peppa
need-
Pig and, you know, Postman Pat. They're kind of happy, so they're not really old enough to understand yet. But, you know, when the time comes that I probably will have to explain to them, then I shall do so with as much sensitivity as I possibly can.
Well, they can listen to the album.
Well, yeah, maybe. Maybe that's when they're a bit older. I wouldn't like them to think about heartbreak and pain yet.
Yeah, just yet.
Yeah.
No more personal stuff.
Oh,
Going to leave it there.
That was
Amazing.
alright, we did all right.
Although, okay, now
Okay,
one more
go
thing.
on.
You know you got engaged,
Yes.
and then you split up about 2 weeks later, or however.
Yes.
How does that happen?
It just kind of happened where, like, we got engaged, 6 weeks before any of the magazine or anything came out. So we got engaged probably about 2 months before we split up. But then a magazine came out saying about the engagement and stuff. And that was literally when we were just like a couple of weeks after that split up. But it was basically just because it wasn't really working. You try and throw everything at it, including the kitchen sink, because you've got 2 children and you want to make it work. And so we thought, okay, let's just take the next step and let's just, you know, we're going to do this and it's going to work and it's going to be fine because we do love each other. For whatever reason it doesn't work, but relationships are kind of supposed to be hardish to maintain at least. And then, you know, when he went away then to Norway to film the reality show, and I was just at home with the kids and stuff. So when he came back then we just thought, this is just not going to work, and either we just kind of plough on and maybe we'll be, you know, more unhappy than we might be single, and that might reflect on the children, and whilst they're still young we should probably do it now. So it was still a massive wrench because neither of us were really wanted it, neither of us were really prepared for it, but, you know, it's the way the cookie crumbles.
5 years you've been gone.
Yeah.
With the music. I'm changing the subject now because just the
There's
mood.
one more question I want to ask,
Oh,
and I know
Giuliano,
she's going to hate me. Who keeps the ring? Because if I was to buy a ring, that would be a lot of... And I know you and Gavin have probably got all the money in the world.
Well, not quite.
But... well, you have.
No, really not. He kept it.
Do you give it back, or...?
I gave it back and he kept it for Ruby when she's older.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so she can have...
So 5 years you've been gone then, Sean?
Yeah, that's it. No more questions. Right,
I'm
okay.
bringing it
I'm
round,
sorry,
look.
that's it.
Alright.
But 5 years you've been gone.
Yes.
Just because you are Charlotte Church doesn't mean that it's a God-given right you're going to sell albums.
No, of course not.
So the pressure's piled back on now.
Definitely, it always is, every time. It's even more so now because there's no record company involved. So I funded it all myself.
Oh, right, okay.
And
Hence no money.
Hence no money. So that way, I've been able to have complete artistic freedom. Because I mean, basically, when you're with a record company in the music industry nowadays, just infiltrates everything in terms of, you know, literally back to the basics of songwriting, the lyrics, everything, the production, the way you use your voice, everything is quite controlled and quite contrived. So, and there's no artistic freedom in it anymore. And all of the best music, I think, comes from artistic freedom. And you look back at all the massive, amazing bands of 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Then it's that they were able to kind of experiment, find a sound, come through. You know, maybe the first 2 albums or whatever wasn't quite right, but you're given that amount of time to make it work, and then you're an amazing band with an amazing new original sound, unique, and that's not really happening anymore. So I just kind of thought, I'm not going back into that kind of factory. I want to do it myself.
The other thing is though, Charlotte, you're competing against a lot of rubbish out there as well.
I know.
Which sells.
I know, it
doesn't
does.
it? And that's the annoying thing for
But,
artists.
I mean, the thing is, I'm not thinking about this as a money-making thing. I love music. I love creating music.
You've
I
done
love
it all
writing.
your life, haven't you?
I love singing. And that's what I think that's probably what I'm best at. So in terms of selling, I mean, I'd love it to be a commercial success, mainly because it's my loss if it's not. So I would love it to be a commercial success, but as long as I kind of stay true to exactly what I wanted to do, and that it's good music, which is what I think it is, then I'm a happy bunny.
But you're in the enviable position of being possibly even more popular in America
Yes.
than most people, because
Yeah.
you've got a huge audience out there.
Yeah, but once again, I haven't been there since I was 16.
Is it that long?
That was when my last album was released in America, was when I was 16. So I'd have a lot of groundwork to do there, but America was my biggest market, so I'll probably go and do that next year. But it can't, you know, the actual way that the whole thing works in this country, I can't really do it over there. It'd still be on my own label, but I have to license it through a bigger record company, etc.
You say that the thing you're best at is singing.
Yeah.
But your television programme was good, wasn't it? I mean, we
Yeah,
were massive
it was fun.
fans. We were talking about it off air earlier on. I mean, you cut to the chase with the questions occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was watching some clips. I hadn't seen this originally. But you were talking to Ashley Simpson, and you were telling her how many hits she had on YouTube and then how many more Adolf Hitler had than her.
Yeah.
And it was...
But it was kind of, I don't think I was ever too harsh.
No.
Because, yeah, that was kind of a really odd person to compare her to, quite possibly.
Yeah, that's our sense of humour down to a T.
Cool. Well, yeah, I really enjoyed doing that. That was awesome. Hopefully I'll be doing something like that in the future, maybe next year.
Oh, really?
But I need to concentrate on one thing at a time, because I'm so conscious of being away from my babbers. Like at the end of today, I'm going straight home, so I'll be home by 5. Go back and see my babies. Yeah, so I'm really conscious of how much I work, because I want to be with them as much as I possibly can be, because I miss them like I miss some internal organs when I'm not with them. Yeah, so not I don't want to spread myself too thin.